What is up, everybody? Welcome to Top's Daily Grind. This is episode number 165. That is 5 more than 160.
I feel like I should have some papers here, and like they do in the news, where they go
almost like a newscaster. Yeah. Maybe
we got
maybe
Leo over here.
We have Leo,
young Leo.
We have young Leo. This is
this Angel
back from the future. What if that was real?
What? Traveling?
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched.
So
look,
all the time.
Angel's pretty young. Do you think? Okay, bet. It's like a bet right here. Not bet.
Wait. Whoa. No. He's busting out the buzzwords for the youngins here.
Do you think Angel has watched Back to the Future? You can't look at him.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
I would say no.
You know what? I saw it one time. We went to Universal Studios, and they have like the whole setup.
The ride, yeah.
Yeah, the whole setup. The where they filmed it, the car, everything. It was pretty cool.
Bring your mic
watch
closer.
it after that.
There you go.
No, I didn't watch it.
There you go.
You should
I
have.
was definitely not gonna watch it after that.
Okay.
I think we like it because it's like it's not really from our time, but pretty close. So like, there's like a nostalgia value because we watched it when we were young, like kids.
Honestly, I feel that with even like Star Wars.
Yeah, because it's like I still like it, but I don't think young people will like it.
There's a lot of movies like that, like The Goonies.
I still like The Goonies.
I still like The Goonies, but every time I try to show it to somebody that hasn't seen it yet, they're like, "This is stupid."
I've never watched The Goonies.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh fuck. Star Wars, same thing. Like the one episode 4, 5, and 6, they're not good, dude. The acting is campy.
Yeah, it's not very good.
You know, like,
it's the same story.
Yeah. I mean,
Another Death Star. The third one.
I still like them.
Yeah.
I still like them, and every time I watch them, I'm like, there's something there.
They're
but
still
I
fun
think
to watch.
People who haven't watched them, they're not going to give a shit.
They're still fun to watch.
Like my wife, I basically made her watch them, and she didn't care.
No,
She wasn't
And now
interested.
you have to watch like
18 movies.
Yeah.
yeah, because they just announced episode 10.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Oh man.
probably the fourth Death Star. Because the third,
Well, yeah, I mean, of course.
the other one was a planet instead of a Death Star.
You got to rebuild. You know?
So dumb. But they were enjoyable though.
That seems interesting to me because they've been the latest things that Star Wars has put out haven't been.
They haven't gone well, have they?
They haven't gone well.
Except The Mandalorian. I like The Mandalorian. Have you watched any of the Star Wars ones? No. So you're probably like,
Same thing. Universal
what the fuck
Studios.
are they talking about?
That's all I saw. Yeah.
I liked Solo. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Rogue One was good.
Rogue One was really good. The ending of Rogue One was good.
The first season of The Mandalorian was good. The next 2 seasons just feel like there's no new content.
I didn't really watch. I don't really remember watching them, but I did.
Yeah, I liked the first
I
season.
just like the Bill Burr character.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Just 'cause
you're a
I'm
fan of
Bill
Bill. Yeah,
Burr.
you're a fan of Bill.
But I'm not a fan of his comedy.
What?
I'm not a fan of his stand-up. I don't really like his stand-up.
Really?
I'm a fan of him.
Interesting. Do you know who Bill Burr is?
I think.
He's always angry.
We need to go a little younger.
Okay,
here.
you ask us like what something that
what's
you've seen, something
what's
that
new
you're
pop
like
culture.
Yeah, what's popping
I don't
lit
know.
wise.
I don't really watch like TV
Did I
and
fuck
stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
TikTok. What's cool on TikTok right now? Like what's You're more of an outdoors person, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't really like.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch TikTok stuff like that, but I'm not really like sitting there watching TV. Like a series, I can't watch a series. A movie, I'll get bored like 30 minutes into it. I'll be like,
I'm kind of like I'm starting to get like that with the new
It's
series
weird.
and stuff. I don't know.
I'm finding that same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I used to have the attention span to sit down and watch a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
I can't do that anymore. I fall asleep now.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, if I tried to watch, if Lord of the Rings came out today, I wouldn't be able to watch those movies.
Yeah.
I'd be at the theater like, fuck, when is this thing going to be over? Like,
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
Yeah, I think it's we've become a society where it's very like fast paced, where you can't. Because now, before I even start a series, I'm like, okay, this is gonna take
How
up
much time? Yeah.
this many hours. So yeah,
It's gonna take me this many weeks to finish it.
we
Yeah.
started watching the House of the Dragon because we hadn't seen it. Because we'd seen Game of Thrones, but we hadn't watched House of the Dragon. We're like on episode 6 of the first season, and it's fun to watch, but like we really have to push ourselves to watch it. It's weird.
There's not a lot of stuff lately that has grabbed my attention so much that I'm like, man, this is a really good show.
Yeah.
I can't think of off the top of my head right now. I'm not thinking of anything that's like really done that. Like even Fallout. Fallout was good, but I feel like everybody talked it up so much that I just was like, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's not that amazing.
Have
You didn't watch
seen
it?
the new Bad Boys?
Oh no,
I haven't.
Huh.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Have you guys watched Bad Boys?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen the
Or
other.
is that too young?
No.
Okay.
No. Come on.
Those
now.
were like
Okay.
90.
Yeah, those were like the
90.
first one was
I know.
90 something, I think.
when Will Smith was still
before he
like
slept.
slept.
Before the famous slap.
Chris Rock.
They referenced that in the movie too.
I
Did they
heard
really?
that. I heard they
Just-
joked about it. Yeah.
That's
Slapped.
Which you know what is
fucked up for fucking Chris Rock.
yeah. I think he did apologize to him after the fact, right?
I think it's still good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was one of those fucking
It was at the
half-ass apologies.
Grammys, yeah, it was big stage.
The thing is, like, all Will Smith had to do to be forgiven is just disappear for a few weeks,
yeah,
a
not
few
saying
months.
nothing.
Like it blew over, and you didn't hear anything from him for like a couple months, and then all of a sudden he's back, and nobody's like, hey, isn't that the guy that slapped Chris Rock? No, everybody's just like, oh yeah, check out this new movie he's got.
Do you think if he would have been like, fuck, I fucked up. I'm so sorry. I really fucked up. It was her fault. Bam, slaps her, and then okay, now we're good. Do you think that would have helped?
No, I think that would have resulted in an arrest.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You know,
Don't do
like,
that.
I think that probably would have been some DV going on there.
Oops.
But
Sorry.
But
I was trying to find
it
solutions.
does seem like it may have been her fault.
I think I would have forgiven him if he had done
I
that.
would. I think I would have
Not
forgiven
'cause
him too.
He was slapped her, but because it was her fault. I think
mean-
she's the one that should have apologized.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
To
For
Will
me-
Smith, too.
Yeah. For like fucking around on him and then telling him about it on a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's messed up, man.
Are we gonna, yeah.
I don't
That's a
understand
crazy
that.
story.
But
They understood it, I guess.
if I was Chris Rock, I feel like I'd be like, you know what, dude? I respect the situation that you're in, and I accept your apology.
If I would have been, well, it's easy
Maybe.
to say. right?
Yeah,
It's easy to
that's
say,
true.
But
That's true.
If he would have slapped me, I would have been like, I would have given him a hug. Dude, I'm sorry, man.
Right? You
Yeah.
need a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Maybe I probably wouldn't have done that. I probably would have cried like a little bitch.
I mean, if anything,
Millions of people.
it kind of helped Chris Rock for a while too.
Sort of.
I feel like he got more publicity. I think he had a special come out not too long after too, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, and he sold out. He sold out of his like tour. I think he was doing a tour too around that time.
Yeah.
I think he sold out. Yeah.
So I mean, in the end, one little slap to the face and you make a bunch of money.
Might as well, right?
I'd take it.
Yeah.
Fucking sign me up.
I didn't realize how much, because I didn't realize how much bigger Will Smith is than Chris Rock.
Like taller or just
Just
larger,
big, just larger.
overall?
Because when he said, I couldn't have played Muhammad Ali, I'm like, oh shit, he was pretty big.
Oh man.
But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I guess fair enough that you don't really watch stuff. But is there anything that you've seen that interests you that you're like, I kind of want to take a peek at that? Or not really.
What about video games? You play a lot of video games?
No, the only video game I did play a lot was Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, I could be like on it for hours. But like Call of Duty.
Are you excited for Grand Theft Auto 6
Oh yeah, I'm playing that for sure.
on the PS6?
On the PS10 probably by then. Huh?
They said they were.
Is there a PS6 coming out?
They're saying they're gonna make it for a PS6 instead.
Really?
It seems like
I've heard rumors. I don't know if that's true.
it seems like the console idea is gonna like go away. Right?
It's just a PC, man.
yeah.
It's just a PC.
It's
now.
$100 too for the game, just a basic game.
What?
$100,
Holy
yeah.
shit!
Yeah, well now, like for example, even PC games, just the standard basic is like 60, and then if you want the add-ons,
Yeah,
like
you
the things that
pay more.
actually make it fun, they're like another probably you're looking at another $60-$70. So you're looking at like 120, 130.
What's cool on PC too is that you can get the Xbox Live. Like, do you have an Xbox, Craig, or no?
No, I haven't had an Xbox for a long time.
Like Xbox has like a pass where you get like you pay $10 a month and you get a bunch of games for free. So you can do that on the PC too. But PlayStation,
What's cool on
they just
that
make us
tablet I got?
pay.
I can download the Steam app and stream games from my PC to the tablet.
To the tablet, okay.
And then I connect the controllers to the tablet instead of like.
Oh, really?
So that way I can be wherever.
That's cool.
As long as the signal's good,
You can play.
I can play games on.
Yeah,
I should bring it, see if it works.
Yeah, that's cool.
When the PS5 came out, I was like, I'm going to get one of those. I still haven't. And then my PS4, the controller I have won't pair to it anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, I haven't played a fucking video game in
I used to smoke them in FIFA.
a couple years. Yeah, you did. I sucked
Like
at
3
FIFA.
games only, but still.
Yeah, I was not good at FIFA.
I wasn't that good either, but that's probably the best. Out of all the games, that's probably the one I was best at.
FIFA.
Is it weird that when I would play Grand Theft Auto, I would feel bad about, like, killing innocent people?
That is kind of a little weird.
Like, I would feel bad about, like, smoking the prostitutes and stuff like that.
I think the new one, you're actually gonna feel bad.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, there's like it's like
Shit.
I think
it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the new one, not only graphics wise, but I bet you anything they'll integrate AI into it, and it's gonna be.
You didn't hear about that? They're supposed to. They want to do like the Face ID, supposedly, so your character's like you.
looks like you.
Yeah, like
Fuck.
you. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be weird. That'd be...
Is that Craig over there?
Yeah.
It is.
And then you shoot
With the
me.
sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Is that Craig?
Oh, man.
I mean, it would be fun.
You know what I was thinking
When
about?
it comes out, we have to play it. We have to make a Tops Daily Grind,
Tops.
Twitch,
Yeah.
whatever.
That'd be cool. I'd be down.
That'd be cool.
I've been thinking about...
It's our way of playing video games during work.
You know how how they're making video games into like shows now. So like Halo, Fallout. They did a couple of movies for Doom, which I think they both sucked. But
Doom or Dune?
Doom.
Oh, that with The Rock. Was
Yeah,
The Rock?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both those sucked.
yeah, I think they sucked.
They sucked.
One that I was thinking would be like a fucking weird show would be BioShock.
I never played BioShock.
What? That's probably before your time too.
I wasn't
dude.
into like platform games really. That's a
Bio-
platform game, right?
No, I played it on Xbox, I think.
No, but like it's
What do you mean platform game?
Ratchet and Clank and where you're running around, like not really a free like Grand Theft
It
Auto,
wasn't
but
really
it's-
like an open world, but kind of.
Yeah, it's like Mario, the Mario one, the
It was kind of like an interesting take on like
Uncharted.
no, not even that. It's more like a shooter. It's more like it would have been more like a Doom
Like
or
a Call
more
of Duty ish.
kinda.
SOCOM. You ever play SOCOM?
Yeah, SOCOM was good.
SOCOM was awesome.
I've heard of it, but I never played it.
Yeah, that one was interesting.
Splinter Cell was good.
I think that's the last game I played for the PS2 because they had you could put these on, and you could tell your team to like.
Oh, no,
stack up
that's
and
when it was
shit.
brand new. Yeah.
Yeah.
So BioShock's more like a shooter game, but it's like got all sorts of like crazy. It's the whole thing is you're like in a underwater city basically, where these guys are doing weird experiments on people, and then they get like weird powers, and then you have different guns, and it's trippy as fuck. That if they did it right, would be a really interesting show.
Yeah. You know which one I'm surprised they haven't made, unless they have and I haven't seen it? Metal Gear.
As a movie or as like
As a
more
movie.
games?
Because as the games, they got fucking confusing. But
I don't know.
like Metal Gear Solid, the original for the PlayStation, that one was fucking cool.
Splinter Cell would probably make like a long running series.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that one?
Splinter Cell.
It was a
I
Tom
think so.
Clancy. It was one of the Tom
Clancy's
Clancy
Rainbow
ones.
Six.
Similar,
I
yeah.
think that's the one I played.
I've played Rainbow Six.
Yeah, Rainbow Six was fun.
Splinter
That's
Cell.
one of the first ones I played online with actual people. It was
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Splinter Cell was one where you like, the whole thing was to kind of like be sneaky, and to like,
Like Metal Gear.
yeah, a lot like that.
Did you ever play that?
Yeah, once or twice, not a lot. I didn't get super into it.
I didn't get into the storyline because I got like, looking back, it's pretty straightforward. But like at the time, it was confusing to me, especially because I didn't have the patience to sit there and read everything. So I just kind of fucking blew right through it.
Did you watch The Last of Us, the show that came out? I haven't seen it.
I started watching it, but I don't know why I didn't continue because Pedro Pascal's pretty badass. Should have.
Yeah, dude, that's one I need to watch. I haven't seen that yet. I loved that game. Holy shit, I loved that game.
I played that game. I didn't really.
I don't know. That is my favorite video game of all time.
Yeah.
Like, that beats out Super Mario Brothers. That beats out fucking Mega Man. That beats out all of even the old games, new games, beats them all for me. The Last of Us was so good.
Mario 3 is mine.
Yeah, Mario 3. That was when they first introduced Yoshi?
No. No, that's Yoshi's Island.
No, didn't.
No, that's
wasn't that Mario 3?
No, Mario. That's
no. It would have been after. You're right. It would have been after.
That's
that.
Super Mario World.
Super Mario 2 was the one where like Princess Peach would like float, right?
That one sucked.
That one was weird.
That one was a copy of a different video game. Because Mario 2, the original one, they made it super hard, I guess, and they released it as something else, and then they copied the game dynamics from this other game, or so I heard on Netflix.
And then Mario 3 came back and like they totally redeemed themselves.
I think Angel fell asleep.
No, he's there. Check him out.
He's just waking up.
I am yawning.
I am yawning.
he's checking out of the video game conversation.
Which surprised me.
Well, we're talking about games that are a lot of these are before his time.
Yeah, he wasn't even born
Bros
yet.
And shit.
We were playing these.
What about like Pong?
Dude, Killer Instinct. Do you ever play Killer Instinct? Super Nintendo.
That was my first. Not sound familiar.
That one was badass.
Excite Bike. Come on.
Do you guys ever touch grass?
He has.
Dude, I used to be outside a lot when I was a kid. We were always playing outside in the fields around my parents' house.
Yeah, same when I was a kid. I didn't play video games till I was like fucking I think like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to always play just outside.
What do you do now as like outside stuff?
I like to go fishing a lot. Like, that's really all I like. Yeah, I guess almost every weekend I go fishing at least like once. I don't know.
So when you go outside, you're like out of town.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I don't know what like. I don't like going to the river. There's like you have to squeeze by people now and like
and hit them with your hook.
Yeah. Even if you're just walking though, like it's just.
Did you ever like skateboard or do anything like that?
No, never skateboarded. I've longboarded, but. Yeah.
So
I just played like football a lot, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So my whole ever since like 4th grade to senior year, I played football. So I was always like practicing and.
Did you do any other sports in school?
Yeah, I played like baseball. I played a little bit of soccer. Then I tried out for basketball, and then the day of tryouts, I tore my meniscus. Yeah, I messed up my meniscus on my knee. So
that's no fun.
Yeah, I just didn't do that no more, and then just stuck to football. Yeah, so I guess I was always pretty busy in the summer, like at least part of the summer.
So you didn't really get into the games and stuff.
Or my parents too. They're always out. They're always wanting to do whatever, camp, whatever. So
yeah, that's true. You guys are rarely home.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess had I grown up like that, probably. But I had to entertain myself.
I grew up like that, and
I get home like super late.
I grew up like that, and I still spend a lot of time at home these days.
That's probably why, though.
I like crowds less and less.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah,
the older I get, the less I want to be around a lot of people at once. I don't know what it is, but it's getting worse. And it's not even like I'm actively thinking, I don't like to be around people.
It's the mom mentality thing.
Maybe? I don't know, man. It's just weird.
You know what it is for me? Ever since we took Ed's class, I've had like my I don't know what it is, but I've had like my mind like on like just
like you don't trust anybody.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, seriously. Like I'm going to a store and I'm like just looking like kind of scared. Like I don't know. It's just yeah.
It's I mean the thing is that it's good to have that awareness because a lot of people don't. A lot of people they could not. You wouldn't be like if you stopped somebody in a grocery store and said, what color was the shirt of the last person that walked past you? A lot of people would be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, so it's good. It's good to have that awareness, but not if it's like
Detrimental to
messing
your
up your
mental.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. You know, like making you just like totally untrusting of anybody.
Yeah.
You should be aware. You should be aware for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I find myself like that too. As more when I'm with my wife and kids. I don't know. I get antsy if there's a lot of people around, because I'm like, man, if shit goes south, we're in trouble.
And the worst part is that you don't know when. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't know when. So
Seriously.
I think my biggest fear is overreacting and making it actually
Right.
worse, making it actually bad. It wasn't bad.
Right.
It was just going for his phone.
I could see that. Yeah.
I freak out and
Things look like they're a certain way, and then you react, and the reaction
way
would
worse.
have been justified if
it was
what you thought was
yeah.
happening was happening. Yeah. I could see that. I could see that for sure.
But that's the thing. Like, everybody is right in their mind, so everybody's like doing the right thing in their mind. So that's what leads to a lot of these conflicts, anyway. Because I don't think most people are doing it like just to be fucked up. They're doing it because in their mind they're doing the right thing, which is weird. So I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see that to an extent.
Yeah. I think that's why all the conflict on social media, because everybody reads it like they're thinking it. So
Well, I mean, I think it's probably less true in cities where there's a lot of violence, but
yeah.
you know, I don't know. I see what you're saying.
So how do you, if you don't like being around crowds, how do you go to shows? Is it different?
No, even there, I feel it's just this like. It's not even really. I mean, I guess it's kind of like anxiety. It's just discomfort. You know, like when there's a lot of people around, I just feel a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know, and it shows. It shows like I can put it off because for the most part, I'm like, okay, the chances of somebody being in here that is here for the wrong reason are low. Yeah. But I guess that's everyday life too. I don't know. I kind of turn it off at shows. But then when we leave the show and we're like out, if we're in a crowded area, I just feel uncomfortable. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, I suppose.
And it's not like this nagging thing. It's just I don't feel as comfortable as I used to, I guess.
Maybe you have the other PTSD, like pre-traumatic.
Maybe.
Instead of post.
Maybe it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
It hasn't happened. But you know what? Maybe that's the thing. We should invent it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can still call it PTSD though. We're gonna have to call it
P2TSD.
Yeah,
like
something.
a
P2TSD.
I don't know.
pre-TSD.
Because it's still like, yeah, you can say both.
Yeah. No, I can see that, and it's weird because it comes and goes too. Like, you know, sometimes I'm feeling it, and then we'll sit down to eat or we'll go to a restaurant and it's packed, but like the atmosphere is fun. I feel comfortable. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I get weird thoughts every once in a while when we're out, like just because of the shit that you've seen happen on in videos and stuff that just out of the blue, like.
Do you have
even if it's like accidental, you know, it doesn't have to be malice. Like,
yeah.
Like,
Could just be somebody crashing.
Somebody
have you seen
didn't
those-
get ketchup with their fries, and
Yeah.
that's all it takes. Huh?
Yeah.
Or you ever seen those videos where like there was one video where a fucking tire just like falls off the vehicle and just crashes into a fucking, I think it's like a shop or something. And there's a guy like, oh shit.
Yeah, shit like that. It's
just out of the
there's
blue.
nothing you could have done to prevent it or avoid it.
Did you see the one where a wheel? It's more wheel stuff, but a wheel falls off a truck and it goes underneath one of those Kia Souls or whatever.
The car,
and it fucking flips.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's like, it's not even. You wouldn't expect that just because it's a wheel. You hit it, it falls over.
But
it's got so much momentum and so much energy that like.
And they're not light.
No.
That's the thing. They're heavy.
But having the fucking car, because the wheel's still going forward. It's not like it falls off and comes towards you.
No, I did see that one. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I did see that one. It was on the highway, right?
Like the wheel's still going that way, so you should be able to like just slow down. But he didn't have any time. Like you see the video, there was nothing he could have done. There's no like slamming on the brakes. It was just fast. Comes over, boom.
Yep, you're driving and then all of a sudden you're in the air.
And it lands like wheels
and that's
up.
how it goes sometimes. There's literally no prevention that you could do that's going to stop things sometimes.
There's another one I saw where it was like one of those old Suburbans, like a 99 or 2000 Suburban, and it's going and it hits a slick spot and it just turns in front of a semi and you just see it go when you see the red mist.
Whoa, fuck.
It's fucked.
There was one I saw, some foreign country, coil of like metal on the back of a truck, and they had to like slam on their brakes. Whatever was holding it in place snapped, and it rolled over the cab of the truck.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen a lot of those.
Whoever was in that is gone.
Yeah,
like disappeared.
Yeah,
the marble when they transport marble, those big ass marble blocks, they just go forward.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man.
The fuck.
What's going on?
That thing keeps
it's
disconnecting.
Like on and off?
Yeah. That's weird. So I just got to be Angel talking to you guys for a little bit.
What's the next training you want to do, Angel? What's the next class you want to take?
I don't know. We went when I did my concealed carry. I guess they do a class there. It's like I can't remember what they said it was called, but they do like advanced training where like you have to like hide behind stuff and dive or do stuff like that. Like I like stuff like that.
Was it a pistol class still?
Yeah, it was still pistol class, but I don't know what they called it. Like what they said that it was called. I need to find out.
So the one that you took was probably called basic pistol. There's advanced is probably still not moving. It's probably just more shooting, more accuracy. Longer distances. What you're talking about is probably some kind of tactical pistol class or some kind of defensive type class.
I guess I should probably take them all like in order though, huh? Just so I can get the best out of it. Like,
yeah, I mean it depends. It depends. If that basic pistol course was like, if it was easy for you because this is something you already know how to do really well. Like some people they learn a lot from it, and some people they're like, I knew all this stuff already. I just had to do it to get my thing. Yeah. Maybe you could skip an advanced class or things like that, but there's fundamentals that they should cover at least at the beginning of every class. That it's always good to have a refresher like that, but I don't know. It kind of depends, and a lot of times they'll tell you whether or not you're allowed to skip a class. Like sometimes those advanced or like tactical type courses, they'll make you take whatever up to it first and not let you skip. So I guess it depends. Yeah, it depends on where. But I've always been interested in one of those too. I've never taken anything like that, but that'd be fun.
Do you like paintball?
Yeah, paintball's fun.
Yeah. That would be cool.
You know what we should do? We should do get a few guys from Tops. I'm sure over there MFG they'd be down and go like paintballing.
Hell yeah.
Like a weekend, that'd be fun.
Have you seen that dude on TikTok? They're like huge, but like he always fucks up when he's loading and like drops everything. Such an easy target too. No offense. But.
No, I haven't seen that.
That'd be me.
When I was in high school, we used to do. There was a guy that had like he leased like a part of the Manan Butte. You know the one that has the big R painted on it as you drive past Rexburg. Yeah. On the back side of that, he had some land that he had like blocked off, and it was basically like a paintball course. And so it was just a bunch of lava rock and like a few junipers here and there, and it was like rolling. It was like fingers just coming down the hill, and you would go up and down and hide and stuff like that. We had a lot of fun up there.
That's cool. The only one I know of here is that one going towards like Arco.
Oh, I've never been there.
I've heard about it. I've never.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool too. They have a bunch of stuff.
We one time I got shot in the neck with one, and it was the fucker had frozen his paintballs.
Oh,
so it didn't break. It hit me right in the jugular. I swear, I like fell over and just like shook for like a few seconds, and then finally kind of like
the camera was on.
Spazzed out.
No, I can't do it again. No.
Come on.
But yeah, I whatever it was, my whole body was just like I like lost control, shook for a few seconds, and then when I came back, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I see the paintball on the ground, and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah,
like
okay.
nope, I'm done. You know, and that's the thing. Like when you get hit, you hold your thing up and you walk off so nobody else shoots you.
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck that! I'm done with this round. I'm not getting that again." Right in the neck, dude.
How'd you know that it was frozen?
Because it didn't break, and he had told somebody, and after we were done, they're like, yeah, he froze his paintballs.
What a dick.
Yeah, because he thought it was gonna be hot up there, and so he thought they were gonna be too soft, and so they would break in the barrel.
Oh yeah.
This was like, I mean, paintball guns were fairly new at the time,
They
and
sucked.
so
The
they
first one
sucked.
sucked, yeah.
And if you broke one in your barrel, you had to go clean your barrel,
Yeah.
or they're like everything would break. And so I would get it if people put them in the fridge, things like that. Something just so they wouldn't be too soft when you start shooting. But he had frozen his.
I had one of those cheap ass ones, and the first paintball was like just green. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you seen the ones that they have now? They have like what are those triggers?
Like a binary
Yeah,
trigger?
binary
Yeah,
triggers,
those
yeah,
are
they-
fucking crazy.
Like 2 fingers.
they're the equivalent of like an automatic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why don't they just make it an automatic?
I don't know if they can do that on paintball guns or not. But a binary trigger, you're still pulling the trigger for everything, but it's like there's different ways to do them too. Some binary triggers, when you pull, it shoots, and when you release, it shoots.
Shoots, yeah.
And so you're just every trigger pull is 2 shots, basically.
That airsoft one looks cool too. Like those videos where they have a camera on there or sniper.
Oh, those sniper videos, they're
snipers.
pretty funny.
Those are cool, yeah.
Really.
That would hurt. Like sometimes I see them in the neck. You just see the X on their thing,
Yeah.
on their scope.
I like it when you see the guys that like
Pretend like
they
they
like
didn't
get hit and they're
Yeah.
like looking around like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh yeah.
they must not have known they hit me, and then so they just fucking keep capping
Going.
them, and then eventually they're like, fuck this, and shoot them in the balls.
Yeah.
I like those.
Have you tried those? What are those other ones that are like those balls that expand in water?
Oh, the like gel ones.
The gel ones.
Orbeez, the Orbeez thing.
Yeah,
Kind of like
yeah.
Orbeez, but they're little. I think
They're
smaller.
Orbeez.
Are they
Yeah,
Orbeez?
they're as big as Orbeez. They're gel, I guess. Not like but they're gel.
Huh?
Leon
Those
has
shoot-
one of those at
yeah,
least,
those
right?
shoot
Yeah.
pretty hard too. Those hurt.
Do they hurt?
Yeah, they hurt.
That'd be
When
fun.
you get hit like in the soft spots, like right here, you're probably fine, but like the soft spots here, above
Yeah.
your skin, yeah, it hurts.
That's all of me.
What I
All of me are
don't,
the
what I
soft spots.
don't ever want to
It's
do.
in my elbows.
The one thing I don't ever want to do is the simunition. It's basically they're paint rounds,
Yeah,
but they're
I've seen
fired out
those.
of real guns.
Real guns.
And so they shoot hard. They shoot hard.
Who uses those like
The army probably.
Yeah, military uses them for sure, and anybody that's doing like real intense training, they'll use those.
Did you ever watch Child's Play 3? Damn it, Angel.
They replace the simunition with real rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Chucky did.
Yeah, there was a
Charles.
there was a place in Vegas. I don't know if it's still open. I don't even remember what it was called, but we went there one year during SHOT Show, and they had this thing set up. It was basically like it was kind of like a hookah lounge, and they had it set up to look just like authentic. You know, there were like AKs and like fake AKs and fake grenades, and like the setup was pretty cool. But they had a thing in the back where it was like this sand pit, and they had some of those like inflatable targets set up for like paintball and stuff like that. And what they would do is they would get people would go and you could sign up to do this. People would go and they'd be like 2-on-2 or something, and you'd get in there with simunition rounds. So you're shooting either rifles or pistols or whatever, and when you run out of ammo, you go fight.
Oh,
Like
really?
MMA style, like fucking punching and like trying to take people down and stuff. And the night that we went, apparently there was a dude that went in there that was like an MMA fighter, and they're shooting at each other, and the guy runs out, and he's like, "Fuck!" And this dude just comes barreling and just drills the guy. And
like tackles him.
yeah, and so I don't know if it's over like when you get shot or like you have to tap. I don't know, but
I would have been like,
it was right. It was pretty cool, but I was like, man, that looks fun until you get shot. Yeah. Like that stuff does not seem cool to me.
what's going on with that?
Paintball would be fun, but Simunition, I don't know.
Or have you guys done the? I think it was Blast Off. They used to have the little. They're like rubber balls.
The airsoft ones?
Yeah, they're like the bigger rubber balls though.
Oh, larger.
Yeah,
No,
they're like
no, I've
they're
never
like
done that.
paintballs, but no paint. It's just rubber. Those
Oh.
hurt too. Yeah, those hurt too. They used to have it at Blast Off.
At Blast Off?
Yeah, Blast Off.
Right on. They turned that into like a mini golf though now, right?
No, I think they have the mini golf and then like they have a room for the.
Oh, they still have it?
Yeah, for
Oh,
the
okay.
lasers, for the laser tag, and then phaser tag is what it's called.
Phaser tag. Okay.
Phaser tag. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I thought that place had closed down.
No.
I've never taken
still
them
there.
there.
They're busier than ever. I think.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every time I pass by there, they're packed. It's like all there is to do here.
Yeah.
They do parties pretty regularly.
Fuck.
It's pretty cool.
What's the one in Rexburg? The
Fat Cats. That one has like the glow in the dark mini golf, right?
It also has
Yeah.
like the movie theater inside. Now, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. That one. There's a movie theater. They have bowling there now. They have like a really small arcade, and then they have that like mini golf thing.
I think this thing's overheating.
So, Angel, what'd you think of this? What'd you think of this show over the weekend? Or when was it? Last weekend? 2 weekends ago?
No.
Just last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it was just this last weekend.
Yeah,
Just
what'd you
like
think?
3 days ago, Craig.
4. It was 5 days ago.
5.
Oh, it wasn't Sunday, huh?
No.
Just Saturday. I think it was cool. It was my first time doing like a outdoor show, like in the trailer and stuff like that. I think it was cool. I mean, obviously, like less traffic and stuff like that, because smaller town stuff. We expected that, but it was cool. I like it. There was a lot of people shooting though. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Everybody that was there was almost shooting. Like everybody that was passing by was shooting.
Are you gonna get into archery now?
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
It's fun.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool.
I could get into it. You definitely don't want to whip your arm. But,
Yeah.
but I could get into it. That was fun.
Is most archery like regular rifle hunting? Or like is most archery like tree stand type hunting?
I'll be right back.
It depends on what somebody's hunting and where. Like a lot of the states back east, when they're doing like whitetail hunts and things like that, they'll be in tree stands, and you're kind of there's either going to be like a bait nearby, or you're just in a traffic area for deer, and you just sit in your stand and you wait. Some species of deer you can call.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
And then around here, I think there's some tree stand hunting that happens for like whitetail, down in like river bottom areas and stuff like that. But I think a lot of like elk or deer hunting, like mule deer that people do archery for here, it's mainly like spot and stock kind of stuff. So like you're gonna try and find them, see the direction they're headed, and like get ahead of them and have them kind of walk up on you. And so there's a little more like movement and planning, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know that much about it because I have never archery hunted.
Yeah.
The last time I shot a bow before this weekend was like Boy Scouts. And so that was a long time ago. Yeah, I could see how people get like addicted to it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those people, you're right. There were a lot of shooters. A lot of them were in really good shape.
Oh yeah, and a lot of them were experienced. There wasn't like, people who to me maybe there was, but it didn't look like there was people who didn't know what they were doing. Like they were all shooting good and everything.
Yeah, there were not a lot of overweight people on that hill.
Shout out to Mike, right? Mike, remember he won like
Oh shit!
he won like six shots or something like that, like prizes.
Yeah,
He won a Yeti full of cash. He
won
up.
a bunch of stuff. Yeah, he won a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That $1 million shot was pretty crazy too.
Did anybody win?
That's impossible. No, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but that's hard.
Nobody won. Like the way it's set up, it's not that they're set up to fail. It's that it's gonna be a 1 in a million shot. Like if you hit that, it is not gonna be easy.
You deserve a million.
Yeah, you know, like there's gonna be some luck involved. There's gonna be all of that. Like the
You should practice for next year.
well, like I mean, so they have the rules are very specific, and the way they pay these things out. I don't know if this is how they do anything like this, but the way they pay these things out is whoever's offering this up buys an insurance policy.
Yeah.
And so the insurance policy is what pays out the $1 million. And you're paying, you know, I don't know, 10, maybe 20 grand or more, maybe more for the policy itself. And they're banking on the fact that you're not going to fill that policy.
Yeah.
And so there were things like the shot has to be somewhere between 150 and 200 yards, and you don't tell people the actual distance. The shooter gets one opportunity. One. If you and the way these compound bows work, if you draw your bow, there's a point where you draw and you got resistance, and then it lets off a little bit. If you start to draw, and then you let your arrow back down to like reposition,
That's
you're
it.
done.
That's your
You
shot.
lost your shot. You didn't get a chance. And so like you can't even think about trying more than once. You can't use your own rangefinder. You have to use one that's provided. What else? There's a couple of other things.
I can't remember. I remembered the rangefinder one, but
There was like something about the sights
I think I
on
just
the bow.
Hail Mary that shit and hope it hits something, you know?
So the sights on the bow can't use any electronic at all.
No.
So like some bow sights nowadays they have like electronics on them that'll help you basically tell you where to put your pin to hit what you're aiming for. Can't use that. It can't be on a flat. It can't be on a flat plane, and there has to be a slope involved. And so this year they were shooting up the hill, like up the face of the mountain. Yeah, all sorts of crazy rules, like real strict, real specific. And so it was like, and the person who actually got closest was a woman.
yeah.
Out of 5 shooters, she got, she was not far off. I mean, the target was like a deer target on top of this berm up the hill, and her arrow hit next to it on the hill. And so, I mean, she was close. She was within a couple feet, like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 feet. But still, that's not even close. Oh, that's the other thing. It's a 2-inch target. So they have like a sticker they put on this deer that's a 2-inch circle, and there's a line around that circle. If your arrow hits and breaks the line, it does not count.
It has to be.
It has to be 100% inside the circle. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that sucks.
So the cool thing though is like everybody that got selected got like a prize package. They got like
Pretty
a
good stuff too.
Yeah,
I was looking
yeah.
at like hearing them. Pretty good stuff.
It was like a Rockman pack, and they had a bunch of things inside of it. I mean, the prize package just for getting a chance to shoot was probably worth like a couple grand.
Yeah,
you know,
easily,
like
yeah.
maybe 1,000, 1,500, something like that. So yeah, I could see how people get into that and then just get real into it. I'm interested. I might end up buying a bow from the same guy that lent me
That one
his
guy,
at the
yeah?
show. Yeah, yeah, he's got a backup that he doesn't use for anything anymore. So I might try and buy that from him.
I have no clue what the fuck happened, but
We're back.
we're back. You can actually see us now. For some reason, I think this thing we're using here overheated. So don't buy this brand.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna ask Angel something. Shoot. Have you ever shot a bow?
No, I've
Nice
never
pun.
shot a bow.
I got it this time. Last time I didn't get it.
Nice. No, not nothing like ever.
Nothing.
After watching that stuff, are you like, I might try that?
Yeah, but I don't think I want to buy one until like I try one. You know, like I want to try it and make sure, like, you know, I actually would enjoy it. I think I would though, because I mean, you can just step out in your backyard and just stand a few feet for, like in your fence and just shoot some arrows or something like at a target. You can't step out and he'll do shotgun backyard.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it being like a daily thing where you just go out and shoot, 20, 30 arrows, and I could see that being fun. It's
It does look fun.
it's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, like I was gonna say that has to be pretty expensive because even
Well, just about any hobby gets expensive.
yeah.
I kind of wanted to try that game that they had there, where they're like, it's
Oh,
almost
yeah,
like
that one
paintball.
seemed-
but
yeah.
with
yeah, that one seemed fun.
yeah, that looked cool.
Yeah, I mean for like a decent bow, some of the stuff they auctioned off. There was a bow, just basic, and that's the other thing here. So like, you buy a bow, you're gonna buy this compound bow, right? You gotta buy the right bow that's the right like size and then the right draw length. If your draw length is off by like an inch or two, it totally changes how you shoot.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same at all. That's just a bow. Then you've got to add your like peep sight. You've got to add a I don't even know what they call them, like a pin sight or whatever. In the front, you've got to get your different rests. Some people have stabilizers. You put your quiver on it. You do this. You do that. There's like, you got to get your release. Like, there's so many things you got to buy. And one of the bows that they were auctioning off was worth $1,800 just for the bow. Just a brand new bow, nothing on it. $1,800. By the time you load that thing out, you're like $3,000, $4,000 into this thing, just to start shooting. And then, if it breaks, like, who knows? I mean, I don't know what the warranties are on those things, but I don't think they're like lifetime warranties. I think you're talking like 1 or 2 years. And so I don't know. I can see it getting real expensive,
Unless you do like the old school, just
like a recurve and stuff like that.
like make your own. You go out into the woods and find a branch, and
That seems like a really difficult skill to get down
it
to.
looks fun though. Have you seen what's his name? The one that does the arrowheads on TikTok.
Donnie Dust.
Donnie, yeah, where he does where he's like where he makes a few bows. From
I haven't seen him
trees.
make bows.
Yeah,
I've seen him make
that's
a
pretty
bunch of stuff, but not bows.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They actually shoot and everything. Obviously, I mean, unless you're really good, you're not gonna go hunting with that.
Have you seen the dudes doing like the traditional long bows, where the draw weight is like 150
180 or
pounds or
something,
some crazy shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the bow that I was shooting, like to give you an idea, the bow that I was shooting was 70 pounds, and it wasn't easy, But the thing with compound bows, again, once you hit this like point of maximum resistance, it lets off as it finishes the draw. But your long bows and your recurves, they just get harder and harder and harder as you go. And then as you're holding it, you're holding all of that weight. Mm-hmm. So I could see that longbow thing being really hard to shoot once you get into like heavier weights.
Yeah. There was a guy that was trying to learn how they used to do it, right? Where he does he doesn't hold it. It's just like it's as soon as he pulls back, he lets go. Like
instinctive shooting, I think is what they call it. Yeah.
That's fucking insane because he was like spot on shit.
Quick.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
quick.
Instinctive shooting, I think is what it's called. And you can do that with bows. You can do it with slingshots. You can do it with those like addle things. I don't know what that is. It's the one where I think it's one of the oldest weapons known, where that's like some kind of projectile. Uh-huh. You have a stick that is like your thrower. Uh-huh. Imagine like have you seen those like hand throwers for like clay pigeons?
Oh,
imagine something like that.
I think I know it.
And then you have like a
I know what they are now.
or like a spear.
Yeah, that comes down to like it's almost like a little thing where the thing you're gonna throw hooks in.
And then you kind of like flick it.
Yeah. Okay, I know what those are.
I think that's like Matt Graham's big thing is that's one of the things he likes to make a lot and use a lot.
What's the thing that that David killed Goliath with?
A sling.
Sling.
Yeah.
That looks hard to learn.
Oh, those look really hard to learn. Yeah. Could you imagine having to rely on something like that to kill animals? Holy shit!
Yeah,
that would suck.
I wouldn't be this size. That's for sure. One bird every
I probably wouldn't even be this age. I would have fucking died like 10 years ago.
That would have sucked. I mean, you adapt, but still.
Yeah, I guess you don't realize that your life would have been shitty.
Yeah.
Unless you could see the future and you're like, man, why can't I live then?
Because, I mean, they'd probably be like, man, can you imagine, like, hooking up a camera? And
yeah, like they don't even know how to describe it.
yeah. I mean, it would take everything for granted now.
Yeah,
That's the problem, though.
that's true.
That's why we think all this also is, like, insanely tough just because we're not used to it anymore. But
The hardest thing you've ever faced is the hardest thing you've ever faced. So like
this
things
could be
that
real.
things that sound really difficult are difficult because maybe that's the hardest thing you've ever dealt with.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe everyone around you was like, man, what a pussy.
Yeah, probably.
Or people from like 80 years ago are like, man, what a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
But I don't know. Happy pussy or or like really miserable badass, you know? Like don't you think
Jesus has made his choice.
yeah, of course. Don't you think those guys in the fucking trenches in World War I would rather be called pussies and be making dancing videos than being
I don't know.
sleeping with rats and
I don't know.
well,
Think about like
fair enough, I guess.
think about it this way. When the white man was settling the United States
Yeah, I remember that.
and they would get
Very clear.
like
Yeah.
they would get say like assimilated by like a native tribe or something.
Yeah.
They would capture them and then like instead of torturing and killing them, they'd be like, you know what, we'll let them live. And then they had a chance to go back to society. A lot of them would go back to the tribes.
Like 2 or 3 out of fucking 200.
No, a lot of them would go back.
Cuz I know
And the ones that didn't were unhappy.
I know
going-
one of them that was very happy, but because they made him like he wasn't just some fucking tribes dude. They made him like the head of the tribe. So yeah,
Oh, so he had some power.
yeah. Then yeah, I wouldn't go back to fucking being a janitor in the Middle Ages, where I could have been.
Did they even have janitors?
I mean, they probably did. Yeah,
Was that a thing? Because
Where-
wasn't hygiene just fucking
we're
horrendous?
over here. You're fucking. They bring you like, they carry you everywhere, and they got like the best women for you, and or you can go back to fucking dying of dysentery or whatever. I don't know.
Or white ladies that just want things
Yeah,
instead of that D.
I suppose. But it's not like most of them they did that didn't come back. It's because they made them nobles. They made them something. They
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
You didn't listen to that guy I sent you?
no, I haven't.
Anyway, he talks about when they sent Hernan Cortez, like when they sent a ship and it never came back. So like, I think it was like fucking 10 years later they sent a rescue party. And everybody's like, he even says it like,
We gave him enough time.
like, really, guys?
Let's
You
go
guys-
check on him.
And so Hernan's going down this river, and like they bring one of these guys that he knows how to translate, and so Hernan brings him with him because he was from that ship, and so he goes with them. But they find another one that was part of that crew. They made him a fucking he had his own army and
As
stuff.
long as you have some status.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm not going back with you guys. What the fuck? Like, I'm
He's like-
staying with these
he's
guys.
like, look at all
Yeah.
these people that do what I tell them to do.
Yeah, and the other guy,
Fair enough.
yeah, the other guy did go back because he knew both languages, and so he was translating with La Malinche, and they were translating from this language to her, and she was translating from that to this other language, which he would translate to Spanish.
Was he
So-
banging this Malinche lady?
Hernan Cortez was, yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. He had a few kids with her, I think.
Oh, man. History is a crazy thing.
History is nuts, man, and it's not.
History was my favorite subject in school.
Really?
And it's
I didn't pay
not.
attention to nothing else.
No,
But
Just history.
Just history.
you know what's crazy though? Most of the history you learned in high school is like way off, like from what
Oh
actually
yeah,
happened.
yeah. I've like had to like learn just because I'm interested in it. That's why I know
I'm
that.
gonna send you that
bunch of-
one I sent you that I sent Greg. I'm gonna send it to you. I think you're gonna like it. But that dude, like, just he could talk about whatever, and he makes it interesting. Like so.
Do you listen to like history podcasts and stuff?
Yeah, I listen like especially when Joe Rogan when he has his his historians and stuff like that. Yeah, I listen to all.
What's
those,
your
but-
favorite history? Like what historical? Like what?
Like
histories
wars or
is
like
there?
time period or
Because like mine's the Mexican Revolution. Like you can't ask me anything about the Mexican Revolution. I probably won't remember any of it, but that's what I like to learn about.
Yeah, I think I don't know. There are I don't know. Everything about history is so like cool to me. Like I don't know.
so
I
nothing
don't
in
really-
particular, just
Nothing in
all of
particular?
it.
Probably like World War II. I like World War II a lot. But yeah.
You need to go to Germany and check out some of the
Oh my god!
some of
I
the
know.
monuments.
When my dad
and
told me he went to what
Dachau?
camp? Yeah, when he told me he
Oh,
went to that
dude.
one, I was freaking out. I was like, "There's no way you went to that." But
yeah, that was intense. Like
And what's crazy, that's not even the worst one.
it's not not by far, but it was the first one.
yeah, the first one.
They patterned all of the rest of them after it.
And got better at it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. That was like the trial run, and then they just improved as they went. Or, man, that sounds really fucked up to say, but they got better at murdering people as they went.
That's better.
Yeah, it was.
It's crazy.
That was wild. The whole thing, like from the gate entrance to the furnaces to where they stayed to like the walls that still had bullet holes in them, like crazy shit.
And what's crazy is that having that happen to you, like being one of the people that got led into those chambers, was probably by far not the worst thing that could have happened to you.
yeah,
Like
especially after they'd been worked for weeks or months.
I think the worst would have been like all the testing, like
Oh, the medical
medical
shit they did. Oh,
that would have
man.
been a lot worse.
Yeah,
Like have you guys
The
seen the
twins,
movie
like
the what is it? The boy.
The boy in the striped
boy in
pajamas.
Striped pajamas. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god! I
was sad as
never
shit.
ever want to watch that movie again.
Yeah, that was sad
One
shit.
time was good enough.
Why do you think I've never watched Schindler's List?
Really?
Yeah, I've never watched it, but I know what it's about.
I
It's
watched
just
it in
not-
high school, and I remember very little because I just remember not wanting to remember.
Yeah. Did you ever watch what was it? The Man in the White Castle or the High Castle?
Oh,
or that series
I haven't
where
seen that.
It's what would have happened if Germany had won, but it's like a science fiction show because it's like a parallel universe that they can travel. Like it's weird. I didn't really understand it.
No, I've almost watched it a few times, but I haven't.
What's like another good World War II movie? That you guys know about?
Well, the Saving Private Ryan. And
Have you watched the series that came after Saving Private Ryan?
Band of
The
Brothers?
Band of Brothers. And
Band of
the-
Brothers was
Band of
good.
What about the
Brothers.
Pacific? Have you seen that one?
I don't think
So Band of Brothers was like the airborne guys that went into
yeah.
Normandy and Germany and all that. But the Pacific was the Marines fighting in the islands in Japan. Same guys, same guys were put those together. The Pacific was really good too.
we'll watch that one.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that one, you would like it.
The new Godzilla is pretty good.
Oh god,
You don't like it?
I don't even know if I've seen. We watched a
We watched the
Godzilla.
old- yeah,
at-
the old
what
one.
show was that?
Was it Atlanta?
Maybe.
I think it was.
Is it the
Atlanta.
one that's in Japanese? That you have to read the subtitles?
Well, Chad had put it on, and we're
Yeah,
like, yeah,
Chad.
let's watch this, and it fucking sucked, dude. It was so boring. Like, I need to talk to Joe and just try and figure out why he likes this stuff, because, dude, that movie
which-
sucked.
Yeah.
Because the one that I'm talking about, it's this dude. It's during World War II, and he was a pilot, but he was a kamikaze pilot. But instead of
Yeah, that's the one we watched.
Yeah.
Terrible.
it's a great movie.
Oh no,
Nah.
It's a
Jesus.
great
I
movie.
didn't
that
like
was
it.
terrible.
You have to actually pay attention.
That was the
to it.
most boring thing I've watched
you actually
in
have to-
a decade.
Did you listen to it in English?
No.
Did you read the subtitles?
Wait, was it dubbed?
I think it was subtitles.
If you watched it dubbed, it sucks. But if you actually read it and like the story, like it's fucking good.
I couldn't do it.
You'll
It
have
was
to try it
boring
again.
as fuck.
I
thought
liked it.
I didn't like it either.
I liked it a lot
Maybe.
because the storyline's good. Because the dude, like the dude's like feels bad because he was a kamikaze pilot. Like he
And
should have
pushed
died,
out, yeah.
and he pushed out, and he landed on this island, and then this island gets fucking attacked by Godzilla. Everybody dies, and then
Except for him,
and
yeah.
except for him, and so he's like got this survivor's guilt, and
Well, the thing is, like, I rooted for him to die. Like,
He was
early
fucking
on,
stupid.
I wanted him to die.
He was
I was
dumb.
like, this. Why is this guy living and all these other guys are dying?
Yeah.
Like, that guy needs to get fucking killed.
yeah, because he didn't want to die.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then he's living with his lady and this girl that they found, and like she likes him, but he's like,
A pussy.
yeah, he's just the whole movie is about him being a fucking coward. And,
Yeah, which is why I didn't like. I don't know.
and
That's
at
why
the
I didn't
end,
like. It.
at the end, he
Yeah, wasn't it like in that one? Wasn't it like the nuclear bombs woke up
I think so.
the Godzilla or like mutated him
I don't
or
know.
something?
I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was pretty good.
I hate
But it
I-
is if you're thinking of watching an action Godzilla movie, that's not it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going into like, oh, it's a Godzilla, he's gonna fuck shit up. Not really.
When I think of
He
Godzilla,
does it twice,
that's
I
what
think.
I think of.
Yeah, it's a good. The story was pretty decent.
You don't think of Joe?
I didn't think it was decent.
I mean, I think of Joe too, but
The only thing I
what
think
Joe
of
thinks of that one.
when I think of Joe is I still want to know how it stands up in the middle of the ocean. He's just standing
He swims with his tail. He's treading water
with his feet and tail.
with his tail. Yeah, yeah. Of course.
But
Look how long his tail is. Of course, he's treading water.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Have you ever? I mean, you don't know how to swim, right?
No.
Like polo players. Have you ever watched water polo?
No.
Those motherfuckers will be in the water with their hands out of the water, floating. You know what they're doing? They're kicking their feet.
Really?
When I was in
Dolphins?
they're just treading water. But they're doing it upright with their hands out of the water. They're doing it only with their legs.
That's nuts.
There was this one time I was in high school. My buddies and I were at this pool, and this dude gets in the water. We're jumping off the like diving boards. We're just fucking around, right? This dude jumps in the water for 45 minutes. He just sat there with his hands out of the water, treading water. 45 minutes.
That's insane.
And I don't know, 20, 30 minutes in, we're like, what are you doing? Because he was in the deep end.
Yeah.
And we're like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm practicing. We're like, what do you mean? He's like,
For what?
I'm
The
like
Olympics?
training. And we're like, what are you talking about? Like, for what? He's like, I play water polo. I'm a goalie.
Oh.
So his whole job is just to sit there
Stand
until the
there.
ball shows up, right? And so 45 minutes, this dude did that.
It was me. Where's the Suza? He drowned like 2 minutes ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, when I was in high school, we used to swim all the time. I loved it. That was like that was one of our main activities. Was we would go swimming, jump off of bridges, whatever. And I'm like, all right, show me how to do this. He's like, okay, you go like this, and you're doing that. And we were trying to do it. None of us could do it, and he did it for 45 minutes.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, Godzilla can do it with the tail and 2 feet. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So, like when you tread water with your feet, are you doing this, or are you doing this, or are you doing this, or this, or?
It depends on if you're trying to stay
You know how to
still
swim?
or if you're moving or whatever. But I would imagine that to not get too tired, you probably alternate because you can kind of kick back and forth, or you can kind of like do like circular type motions.
And then your toes. Do you point your toes down, or do you like your?
Yeah, I do.
I point my toes
I do
down, too.
because you're trying to make your body. You're pushing the water. That's what when you're swimming, you're pushing the water out of the way. Like think about an oar on a boat. The thing that pushes the boat forward is you like pushing the water.
See, that's what pisses me off. I get the physics of it. Like I understand the physics
Yeah,
of the whole
yeah.
thing.
And then you
I
get in
just-
the
I
water
just
and it's
can't
like,
do it.
nope.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know. My parents put me in swimming lessons when I was really young, and so like I've been comfortable in the water since I was
yeah, I mean,
3 or 4.
that's what my mom did to us too. But swimming,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh well, fuck.
So I could imagine being an adult. I can imagine it being hard, but at the same time, I am not very patient.
What's your thing that like everybody does? That's like that looks easy and you just can't fucking figure it out, or is there like nothing that you're like?
It's a good
Off
question.
the top of my head, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's something like.
Where you always, because one you said drawing, but I mean that doesn't really count. But
Yeah, not. I
because
mean,
it's just a learning thing. But,
it's a thing that I always wanted to do, and I never was good at it. I took art twice, and I took art in both of my junior high years, and I took it twice in high school. I never got it. Like, I never got it. I never had a teacher that was like good at teaching it either.
Yeah.
They were very artsy. They were like, oh yeah, just feel it, just do that. They're like, I don't fucking feel it. Teach me how to do this. Like,
that's me with swimming. It's easy. All you have to do is this. Well, yeah, but you also have to get a feel for it, and there's a
lot of like practice involved.
Yeah.
The main thing that a lot of people struggle with is once you get like enough of your body into the water, it starts to feel real uncomfortable until you know that you're gonna float.
Maybe that's what I have to get past.
Yeah, that'll be part of it. And then some of it is like I've been trying to explain this to my wife. Like if you lay on your back in the water and you breathe out, you're gonna sink.
Yeah.
You have to constantly be trying to keep your air in. That's what keeps you buoyant.
Yeah.
And
I get that too.
It's easier in salt water than in regular water.
Okay.
So like you get into the ocean or you get into like, a salty body of water, you'll float a lot easier.
Take my salt shaker with me next time I go swimming.
You're going to need a lot more than that. But the saltier the water, the easier you float. Like the Dead Sea, it's hard. You cannot sink in it because it's so salty, for example. Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake, I think is very similar. So like, but yeah, a lot of it is getting comfortable with the fact that you're not touching the ground.
Yeah, that's what I can't.
Yeah.
Can't get
Yeah,
past.
my wife has a hard time with that too.
And see, I kind of can do it, but I don't have, like, I can't just go into the deep end and try it.
Have you ever had lessons? Have you ever taken any kind of
No.
lesson? Yeah.
Like real lessons now.
It'd probably help, having somebody like show you some of the mechanics.
I feel like I'm going to just, like, fucking scratch the shit out of them, though. They're going to freak out.
They're like holding on to
They're not going to hold you like you're a child.
No, I know that. I understand that part.
If you're an adult, they're going to be like, hold the edge, bro.
Supposed to be cradled and stuff.
I'm not holding you up.
No, I understand that, but like if I start sinking or something and I start freaking out, they're obviously gonna come help. They're not just gonna let me. They're not just gonna watch me like.
I mean, sure, they'll grab your hand and like bring you to the edge.
Yeah, or throw me a fucking one of those Popeye wheels or whatever.
Yeah. The floaties.
Yeah, I don't know,
He's like in the lazy river, drowning.
dude. You know how when you go off of the water slides, it's not really that deep. When you come
No, you just got to stand up.
all you have to do is stand up.
But the rushing water is why.
Oh,
Because the water pushing you is what makes you feel like you can't stand up.
yeah, I freaked out on that one.
Yeah, I see. I understand why people freak out. I'm just so used to being in the water that I just don't. I'm just used to it.
That, and then the other thing too, like when you dive in, like I've tried like going fast and or backwards, and then you get that fucking little bit of water goes in your nose, and you
in
feel
your
like
nose, yeah.
and oh fuck, it hurts so bad.
If I ever jump off of something, I have to plug my nose unless I'm diving. If I'm diving, it's okay. But if I am just like jumping into the water or jumping off like a bridge or something, I have to plug my nose. Otherwise, I'll get that water all up in my sinuses.
Yeah.
I don't know how people don't.
Yeah, because you see like people wrestling in the water, and they grab their like brother or sister and they fucking dunk them and shit, and they're all laughing. I'm like, fuck, that would be like my worst nightmare. And they're having fun.
All these people having fun. You're like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
like that happens in a bad dream. That I wake up in a cold fucking sweat, and they're just having fun with it.
Oh
That's
man,
bullshit.
that's fun. I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
But you get used to how to keep the water out too. Like once you get into the water, you breathe out a little bit, and then as you hold, the water doesn't really get in.
Yeah.
And so you get used to like when to hold your breath and when not to when you're messing around. Like
And
that.
then I don't know, do like you just hold your breath, or are you like exhaling a little bit as you go, or
I think it depends on how crazy you are. Like if you're starting to do like fucking diving, where people like are trying to free dive, they'll release some as they come up and things like that.
so you're not supposed to release anything. You're just supposed to
So
hold your
like
breath.
I usually
you've
hold
been-
it till I go all the way down.
if sometimes what I'll do is if I've been under the water for a while and I'm starting to feel like oh shit, I'll release a little bit, and if I feel like it gives me a few extra seconds before I have to surface.
Hey, but out there's like this fucking idiot. But, like it's just I don't know. It's
you just hold it. You just hold it for the most part. And the thing is, the more you do it, the more you like your lungs just get used to it.
Yeah. 'Cause right now I can hold it for like a full 10 seconds probably. Which is pretty much.
I mean, once you start like paddling and stuff too in the water,
you get tired.
yeah, you get tired fast.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. How about you, Angel? Anything that you wanted to learn that you just it won't stick?
Can do golfing.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that's me. There you go. Nailed it. Golf.
Golfing.
Oh, really?
Oh, I can't. I'm never going to be a good golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the maximum thing you can do in golf, and then I just quit.
Oh,
I was ahead.
You got a hole in one and
Yep, and then that was it.
walked off. It
Walked off into the
like
sunset.
hole 5, and you're like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. That was hole 9, actually.
Never hit another ball again.
It was the last hole.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was
On
hole
what
9.
course?
That Cedar one. The
Oh,
little
yeah?
one. Yeah.
I still haven't ever done that.
Yeah. Just because, like, that's the best you can do at that is that.
Yeah.
So, I'm done. Yeah.
I'm good.
I've had some like good chips here and there that have gone in, but it's all luck for me. Like,
Oh,
I'm
it
not-
was
I'm not
complete luck
good
for
at-
me, too.
I'm not good at
I mean,
golf.
somebody asked me, what were you trying to do? We'll get the ball in the hole. And you did it. I mean, it was luck, but I mean, that is what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, and I don't know.
But yeah, that was complete luck.
Yeah, I think Angel nailed it. Golf. I'll never be good at golf. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
not
not.
okay with not being good at
I
swimming.
want to be good at golf.
Yeah.
You're okay with not being good at swimming?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm
you're not okay.
I'm not okay with
Well,
that.
fucking do it.
I'm trying.
Take some lessons.
I'm trying.
Maybe if Craig gives you lessons, he'll hold you.
I'll give you some lessons.
No,
Maybe
because
he'll hold you and you'll be
he'll
okay.
make my worst nightmare come
I'll
true.
throw him in the deep end
Throw him
and
in-
he'll figure it
Let
out.
him
Yeah,
go.
He's an old school.
I'm just kidding. That works
Yeah.
when you're an infant, not so much when you're an adult.
Have you seen those videos where they like throw the
yeah.
babies in
Yeah.
there? They just,
I'm pretty sure my parents did that to me.
But
crazy.
they work their way. They like it's not like the first time out they throw them. They work them to where they can do that, right?
I
Sometimes.
was gonna say,
No, a lot of times they're like, all right, toss them in the
get
pool.
in.
And somebody's there to like
Yeah.
grab them. But yeah,
Oh shit!
it's it
Pool
happens.
time.
I have seen it happen. And I'm pretty sure it happened to me.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm like I can't do it because I've jumped in before thinking I knew how to swim, and I didn't. I think that's where my trauma comes from.
Maybe. You almost drowned once?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
But nobody helped. That's what made it worse.
You were just there, just
Drowning,
I had to find the wall and then the edge and pull myself.
drowning is a weird thing. It's not what most people think it is.
No.
Like, there's not a lot of splashing. There's no sound.
Mm.
So yeah, it's I could see maybe why people didn't help you because they probably didn't realize you were
No.
drowning. But yeah, that's partly what makes it so scary. Is like even as a lifeguard, it's got to be hard to be like that kid's drowning and that kid's playing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like because if you jump in and pull a kid out while they're just playing, then you look like a dumbass. But if you don't and that kid drowns, you look like a bigger dumbass.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a lot worse. So
Yeah, that's where I was with the whole overreacting to stuff. Yeah, we brought it full circle.
yeah.
So we just ended.
So yeah. So we didn't even like introduce Angel. Like nobody knows who he is
Oh,
really on
yeah.
the podcast. Like,
Well, he got a lot of screen time.
what do you do, Angel?
Just sit here and look pretty.
No ad tops.
Oh, okay. So I'm currently a dealer representative. So like I just help out our dealers, answer any questions they have or anything like that. I used to do sheaths, so all the sheaths that have a really good clicking point that you guys get from Tops
Thank Angel.
right here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What'd you do? How young did you start working here, or like do just anything here? Not necessarily like employed, but like how young did you start coming in?
So I don't know. I don't even know if you were working here yet. But do you remember when my dad had the shop by Maverick on
That's
Lincoln?
before my time.
Yeah. Do you remember this? Was that before your time too?
Yeah, I started probably a year after
Oh,
they
after
moved to the one by the other Maverick.
that. Oh, okay. I see.
Because it used to be It used to. Are you talking about the one that was by Gas and Grub?
No,
Or not
by
yet?
Maverick.
No, just by Maverick. Where Maverick is now.
Yeah,
Oh
Maverick
yeah,
is right
yeah.
now.
That's where I started.
Oh yeah. Well, right there, we used to do
That's where he started too. But he started
He started in the office part.
the
huh?
office
And
part.
Yeah.
and it was less than a year later that we moved into this
Yeah.
building.
Okay, then yeah, when like when we were barely moving into that one or whatever, I helped my dad put everything in, do like set up all the tables, stuff like that, and then I was also doing fire starters. So I can't remember exactly how we used to do them before, but I remember there was a little burr on a part of the fire starter that I needed to like remove. So I think I was maybe like sixth, seventh grade, and I was just removing that burr. Like I'd go after school, my mom would pick me up, take me home, get changed, go to work, and then I would have to just sit there on the grinder, remove that little burr that it had on every fire starter. And so yeah, ever since then I just
That throw a lot of sparks.
no.
Really?
I don't think so. No, I think it was
You
like
think, right?
Yeah,
As a
I would.
fire starter?
I think it'd be fucking crazy.
I
with
can't
sparks,
remember. I don't know. I don't know even know. Like maybe it was
or
the
maybe
part
it's the
that
aluminum
holds
part.
yeah, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, my mom sent me a picture not too long ago of me, and you just see me there like sitting
In front of a grinder?
doing that. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so a lot of the sheaths that you either started from scratch or rebuilt are better than they ever were. Like legitimately, there's the sheaths are just getting better and better.
And you know what I think it is I think I like working my mind. Like like you have to think about where you're gonna put this detent, where you're gonna like how thick you have to make it, how precise you have to be with the grind lines, like all that stuff. I think is what makes it like enjoyable for me, and that's why I care to do it good because I kind of like it too. So
Yeah, and a lot of people, not even here, just in general, a lot of people once they hit good enough, they're done, and that's one of the things that I think Leo's like that too, where it's like good enough isn't like you want it to be better than
yeah,
good
you want
enough.
it to be better.
Like,
Yeah.
good
for
enough
sure.
is cool, but you want
Yeah.
better than good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's where that's how I guess that's how I am too. Because I always I always try to come out with like new ideas that I can do, or so like that fire starter one. I mean, it was like a group effort, but like it each like it stemmed from different people and stuff like that, and so it was cool. Yeah, I like it. So
Yeah, that problem solving aspect to it is some people they'll like that in theory, but in practice, where it's like every time you do a new one, you're solving the problem over again. Some people get that's hard. It's hard for them because they're like, I already solved this problem.
yeah,
And yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but it seems like a lot of people that it would get frustrating to them and tedious to them, where you actually enjoy solving the problem. That's the part you like. Like that's why every time there's a new knife, it's like, oh yeah, I got this. I'll figure it out. And
I also like having like when you. I guess I like having a little pressure on me. Like when you set dates or something like that, I'm like, oh, I have to get this done by then. Like, I
Okay,
gotta hurry.
good to
And
know.
I always try to like get it by then, but sometimes I come up short, but it's fine.
Yeah, the fun part is doing it. Like
yeah,
meeting the goal.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Not necessarily the pressure.
yeah. No, that's cool. So, out of everything you've done here, what do you like the best? Like, what's been the funnest? Or not even necessarily the funnest, but like the most rewarding or the most enjoyable.
Probably the sheath. Making
Sheaths?
sheaths, yeah, making the jig and stuff like that. And it's also cool to see like whoever used to make our jigs and stuff like that, how they made them, how much different it is from how I make them. Like you can just tell in all the little details, like they used a totally completely different process than what I do.
You can almost see how they got where they got.
Like kind of how they got there. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
I'm not good at that very much. So it's cool to see people when they are good at it. It's cool to see it come together. Like that day that Leo was like, "Oh, we'll get you a sheath today," and you looked at him like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you'll be fine." And you're like, "I guess." And then you did,
Yeah,
and
and I got it
it
to
was
him,
great.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that prototype to the actual sheath They're almost exactly the same.
Yeah, not much. Maybe like screws or holes. Or
Yeah,
something,
holes are
but
probably
yeah,
repositioned a little. Maybe some refinements, but
yeah, but it was pretty
almost
close.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
cool.
that was cool. That one felt good too, just because it was somebody bigger.
It was a big deal. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a big deal, and you nailed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. And then dealers, like, what? So you started working with the dealers like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, around there, 4 or 5 months ago. Yeah.
What do you like? What do you not like about it?
I don't know. I think what I don't like is that I feel like I'm like I'm not doing like not enough, but like there's not.
You can't. There's no reward, like quick reward for doing your job well. Like you can't
No.
tell.
Like, yeah, I guess I just don't know like if I'm even doing good. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's where
Like I
we have
don't.
the same problem with social media.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I do know, but then I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. But one part that I really do like about it is that like I would go to shows and I would see these people walking by and like I wouldn't, like they would come talk to you or whoever it was, and like I'd always like look and be like that'd be cool, how they're having to talk about this. And now like I see them at shows and they like come to me, we talk, I think that part's cool. Like I get to meet them, and like Midway, like they're a big like company or whatever, and like they're walking around at shows and stuff like that too. And one day I'm gonna have to talk to them, It's cool.
Yeah, like that conversation we had with them the other day.
Yeah.
They were like, "We're way up with you guys this year,"
Yeah.
and that like hearing that kind of stuff is always cool because you're like because you don't know.
Yeah.
You know that they're ordering, you know that this is happening, and then for them to be like, "Oh yeah, your brand compared to like these other ones, you guys are like up this much this year, and these other guys they're either up or down or this or that."
Whatever.
Like that, and that doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, like hell yeah,
cool.
like we're doing
Yeah.
something right.
Those are the metrics that you need.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, I
that
guess
was
that's
the-
really all. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that he was looking
stuff
for.
like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, with the sheaths, you get it immediate
yeah.
because
As soon as you hear that,
you fix it and you're like, all right, I'm gonna make one. And you
Yeah.
make it, it's like
yeah,
click, and
there.
you're like done.
Yep, yeah,
But
yeah.
this stuff, you may not ever know that you did it right, until way later, and not everyone's not always gonna be like, hey, you know what? You're doing a great job, Angel. Like you're not gonna hear that every time you talk to a dealer.
Yeah.
Like when
You only
when it's
hear it at
new,
first.
when it's new, you'll hear
Yeah.
it, and then if something goes really good, you'll hear it. But like day to day, you don't hear it very
Yeah.
much, and so it's like you almost got to just trust that you know what you're doing and you're doing it right,
Yeah.
and then the proof is just like sales are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be an amazing photographer when I sucked. When I first started.
Oh, because everybody was like, "Oh, great
that's
job!"
badass." And now nobody says it. But now I can say, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing. But back then, I'm like, do you guys like this shit? You could have saved all of those fucking.
Yeah, but see, you get into the like details
Yeah, I don't
and the weeds.
I'm the same with Angel. I don't like half-assing stuff.
You get into the minutia.
Sometimes you do it because you have to, but
Yeah.
yeah, but you get into the parts of it that nobody talks about
yeah.
unless it's like photographers talking to photographers.
I need to stop doing that. Fucking a lot of wasted time sometimes.
But it's not. It's that little bit extra.
You ever feel
That-
like that?
Like
Like that little extra, like nobody knows.
Is a waste.
Like it's a waste sometimes. Not a waste because obviously you're happy with it.
yeah.
Because like I'm the same way, like Craig says, but like nobody notices
Like,
it.
you
So like
didn't-
that, like
You didn't
should
have
you?
to. Yeah, like
You know what it is, dude? People can't put their finger on it, but they notice. Like think about how many other like Instagram pages you've seen not necessarily copy your style, but do something similar to what you're doing.
I don't know.
And you'll see things here and there where it's like there's a reason that people follow what we do. That's
Well, sure as hell isn't because Instagram's pushing our shit.
right. I mean, especially right now. Right now it's tough because Instagram's just totally shut us down, basically.
Yeah.
But when you see the market or like just ads in magazines or like a a style of picture or
Yeah.
a style of video that's like, I've been doing that for years, and then all of a sudden everybody's doing it. Like, you know, you had a hand in that.
Yeah, I'm like Angel. I think I always look for trying to do new stuff, but you get bogged down with not enough time to do it, and then you just do it because you know it works. So
Yeah, no,
hit a
that'll
slump
happen.
because of
Yeah,
that.
you'll get day to day. You'll get stuck. That happens to everybody. But
yeah. Like with that, since Instagram doesn't like pushing our stuff, and we don't know how well we're doing, you have to make your own gauges. So like, I made my own to see whether we're doing well or not, and people do like our stuff. It's just it's not getting seen because I've measured, like there's metrics that I've measured, like to compare, not to compare to be like, oh, we're better than these or we're better, but just to see where we stand, and we're doing just as good or better than anyone else.
yeah, it doesn't feel like it because we can't be recommended, no matter what we do. But people engage and interact with us more than a lot of other companies with similar follower counts or
It's-
similar.
It's frustrating as shit.
And like
Oh,
that
yeah.
broadcast channel, how many people does it have in there now? The broadcast channel for Instagram? Little
Like 800 and something.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember when like you kind of first made it, there was like 200-300 people like quick.
Yeah, it's fast. But then it's
And those 800 are pretty active.
Yeah, that's why I liked it because you get a notification like if you had gotten
Like
a
if it's
message directly from
yeah,
us.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But you managed our Top Daily Grind for a few weeks, and
Yeah,
it's frustrating, huh? When like TikTok won't push it, and then you get those
Yeah.
fucking community guideline violations.
yeah, those.
Did
For
you get
what?
a bunch of those?
Yeah,
He got
oh, yeah,
he got
like-
one or two.
like two.
Shit.
It's like for what?
Yeah.
And so, like I've
It's like, do you know what else is on your app? Like,
Yeah, right.
do you know what else I see?
Yeah, why are we getting
Yeah.
dinged? Yeah.
And you know what? I've started now. Like I've started reporting everything that I see that's bad. Like I just report it. I just get so mad now. I'll just start
You're like,
reporting.
"Fuck these
Yeah,
guys."
I just start reporting them.
it is frustrating.
It is.
But-
It is. I heard the other day a clip of Mark Zuckerberg saying almost like he's fucking switching.
Stance.
Yeah.
You can tell.
It was very strange.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
And like the only reason that's encouraging to me is not because of politics, because I fucking hate politics, but because if he starts to see both sides, that can only mean good things down the road, right? That could only mean like, hey, why are we? There's nothing wrong with this. It's not against the law. It's not like they're doing harm to people. Like they're selling tools. Like I have some hope that maybe things start to turn around, and we stop getting vilified for making knives.
It'll be a while.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not gonna be overnight. It's probably not even gonna be in the next 2 to 3
But
years.
I've read a few things where they say they're trying to fix the algorithms
yeah,
because
and,
a lot of people are complaining.
and I remember you talking about that months ago,
But-
and then like I say, just a few days ago, I heard him say something. It was still a very, but it was like well thought out, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope. Maybe in a few years, like, it'll be okay that we're making tools.
It's funny because I always bring it up. It's almost like personal to me now. Like this is my fucking goal to make sure that we're able to at least get seen by new people, and it's just fucking so damn frustrating.
Yeah. So if you're out there listening to this podcast, go and leave us like a 5 stars, or if you're depending on where you're listening, leave us a review, leave us 5 stars, whatever it is. Rate the thing. The more that happens, the more we get pushed. And on Instagram, on whatever social media app, wherever you follow us, wherever you're checking out our stuff, like it. If you really like it, share it. At least every now and then, share it. Because right now, especially on Instagram, we're not being shown to anybody that doesn't follow us.
No.
We can't be because their AI is just blocking everything that has a knife in it.
And see,
so,
the thing is too, like for example, our Top Saving Grind Instagram account, it doesn't have any violations. It's clean. It's good. But I think since it's associated with the other ones, they're all grouped together. I think it's affecting it.
it probably is. It probably is. So yeah, if you're out there, share our stuff. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know,
pretend it's like one of those posts where we're making fun of Craig or something, because those do well.
yeah, that last one did really good, right? Holy crap. Yeah, so make fun
Did
of
you
me.
see the
That's
Spanish
cool.
one? Us speaking Spanish? You didn't see it, huh?
No.
Watch. So
Oh God.
now you. This is great. Watch. Hold on.
Yeah, make fun of me, guys. I have thick skin. I can handle it.
Look, watch this.
I'll let you know when it's too much.
Okay, hold on.
Parte de eso, probablemente también fui yo, solo siendo incómodo. Pero una vez que los miré así, tal vez
It sounds really weird on this.
sí, probablemente tenía mi cara de perra en reposo. Entonces, pero me alegro de ti. Tú fuiste el que lo
sounds-
llevó, porque creo que si lo hubieras llevado, y sí, él, total, es como si todo el mundo hubiera, ha sido una sola persona.
What?
Sí, hubiera sido una sola persona.
Look at our mouths.
You need to
Tal
stop
vez el año que viene
with
deberíamos
this
llevar
fucking
uno de
AI
estos toreros que
bullshit.
tener.
You gotta stop this.
But look, our mouths aren't even close.
Solo,
Wait, hold
Sorry,
on.
I'm late.
parte de eso, probablemente también fui yo, solo siendo incómodo. Pero
It just sounds
una
weird.
vez
I don't know why it
que
sounds so
los
weird
miré
here.
así,
Yeah,
Like
it's got like
on
a weird
on the
echo
phone,
or-
it doesn't sound weird.
That is. Oh man, I'm done with this AI.
Have you
crap.
seen the
Me
one
cara de
knock it
perro.
off? The one of all them dancing. Have you seen the AI that you can do of them dancing?
No.
It's funny.
Yeah. Instagram
No.
doesn't like AI stuff either.
No.
Like if you put anything like this, it also gets like pushed down. Like they don't like, I don't know if there's something in like that the programming can see or hear, but it doesn't, it won't push you if you have. They want you to do original content, which I prefer too, but I like fucking around with this stuff. It's a lot of fun.
I don't, because your AI was like fucking talking shit to me last week. That was not cool.
It did kind of threaten you a little bit. That's because you
did-
called it a fucking bitch.
And well,
is
it
what you
is a
said.
fucking bitch. It's a fucking. It's an inanimate object.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, all right. We're about to get back into it, and it's too late.
The feeling's mutual from my.
It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have feelings.
Well,
It's not mutual because it doesn't have feelings. God damn it. Anyway, so everybody, thanks for tuning in. Again, leave us a review, share our stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Do all that. Everything
yeah.
you said a minute ago.
peace
Later,
out,
guys.
Catch you next time.
Yeah.